Scientific study of Vedas, creation of universe, starting from BRAHMAM, class 55. Today we are thinking about atomic spectrum and radioactive elements. These are related with the atoms. So let us go through one sukta in Yajurveda chapter 16, sukta 29, and see what it says.
യജുർവേദം അധ്യായം 16 മന്ത്രം 29 ഋഷി കുത്സഹ ദേവതാ രുദ്രഃ ഛന്ദഃ പൂരി ഗതി ജഗതി സ്വരഃ നിഷാദഃ നമഃ കപർദിനേ ച ഉത്തകേശായ ച നമഃ സഹസ്രാക്ഷായ ച ശതധന്വേന ച നമോ ഗിരിശയായ ച ശിപിവിഷ്ടായ ച നമോ മീഡുഷ്ടമായ ചേഷുമതേ ച.
It says, Rudras lives in waves. Waves means energy flowing in the form of beam, a ray of light or invisible light or energy. We know, as per modern science, if we take the photo of an atom, we will get different lines in the, that is called atomic spectrum. In this atomic spectrum, there are a number of lines, parallel lines. This is due to the form of wave of energy flowing from atomic nucleus. We know atom contains nucleus and around which electrons are rotating, revolving in special orbits. Each orbit possesses certain amount of energy, a fixed amount of energy that is called quantum of energy. That is principal quantum number. It is quantized. Then an electron in one orbit, if it jumps to another orbit, to a higher level, it may either absorbs energy or gives out this energy. That means if the electron is jumping from one orbit to the nearest orbit, it may be on the near to the nucleus or away from the nucleus. Then depending on it, it will be either absorbing energy. After getting energy, it can jump, or it may gives out this energy. If it is giving out this energy, this energy will flow in the form of a light. That line is seen in the atomic spectrum. So, if we take the photo of an atom, any atom, we can see a number of lines. That means electrons are jumping from here and to one orbit to another, and energies are continuously flowing. That is why we are getting that atomic spectral lines in the atomic spectrum. So energy lines are flowing, and in this nucleus Rudra is there. So it is lying in kirans or waves or rays of light or energy. It is possible in every atom. In the case of certain atoms, the electrons absorbs energy from this sunlight and jumps to the another level. And in the daytime and in the night, it will return back to its original state and gives out this energy. That is why in certain cases we can see light. We can see that object in the light, in the night. If we put it in daylight, after in the night we can see it. Such materials are. In the case also, lights are emerging from these orbits. In that case also, the nucleus is lying in the waves. In this case of radioactive elements, some emission is taking place from the nucleus itself, and it will undergo decay gradually. It will emit certain particles from the nucleus continuously. That is, such substances are called radioactive elements, radium, etc. In watches we can see they are using such a materials. In such cases, they are dangerous also, dangerous to our body. We are using some radioactive material to destroy our cancer cells. So such radiations are harmful also. But certain radiations are not harmful. We can use without any problem to our body. So in such cases also, this Rudra is sitting inside the wave. It is surrounded by this wave. That is what it says. It not says whether it is harmful or not. That Rudra is lying in the waves. In natural case, atomic spectrum. In every atom there is such lines. We can see such lines. That lines are representing the flow of energy in the form of rays. So this statement is true. Now let us go to another sutta in Yajurveda, chapter 16, Sutta 57, and see what it says.
യജുർവേദം അധ്യായം 16 മന്ത്രം 57 ഋഷി പരമേഷ്ടി പ്രജാപതിർവാ ദേവ ദേവത രുദ്ര ചന്ദക നിർജത് ആർഷ നിഷ്ടുപ്പ് സ്വരഹ ഗാന്ധാരഃ നീലഗ്രീവാശിതകണ്ഠ സർവാധ ക്ഷമാചരാഃ തേഷാം സഹസ്രയോജനേവ ധന്വാനി തന്മസി.
It says, this Rudra with the blue neck, that we have already seen, because like neck around this Rudra there is the ring or the orbit. Here it says blue orbit, that means blue color is energy. It is related with the energy. Each orbit is related with the energy. It has its own energy. That is called the fundamental quantum number, and so on. So that is energy orbit. From this orbit, when electron moves from one orbit to another, it is giving out energy or either taking energy. This resulted in the form of waves that lines in the atomic spectrum. And we have already said that in the case of certain atoms, even electrons are emitting from the particles are emitted from the nucleus itself. So here it says Rudra with a blue neck should not produce its weapons against us. That means some of the rays coming out from Rudra, is harmful to us. That is possible in the case of some radioactive materials, that is radioactive substances. They may harm us. The same thing is saying in Yajurveda, chapter 16, Sutta 58, and see what it says.
യജുർവേദം അധ്യായം 16 മന്ത്രം 58. ഋഷി പരമേഷ്ടി പ്രജാപതിർവാ ദേവ ദേവതാ രുദ്രാഹ ചന്ദഹ നിർജിത് ആർഷ്യ അനുഷ്ടുപ്പ് സ്വരഹ ഗാന്ധാരഹ യേ വൃക്ഷേഷു ഷഷ്പിഞ്ചരാ നീലഗ്രീവാ വിലോഹിതാഹ തേഷാം സഹസ്രയോജനേവ തന്വാനി തന്മസി.
Here also it says Rudra with a black neck that is found in certain plants and shrubs, and request it to not to use his weapons against us. That means some plants and shrubs are producing such a harmful waves. The material in such plants, all these materials are made up of atoms. In such a case, certain atoms in the material are producing certain waves which are harmful to us. Now, in Yajurveda chapter 16, Sutta 14 and 15, it is something about this radioactive material which are harmful to our body. So it says, and let us first go through the Sutta.
യജുർവേദം അധ്യായം 16 മന്ത്രങ്ങൾ 14 15. ഋഷി പ്രജാപതി ദേവതാ രുദ്രഹ ചന്ദഹ പൂരി ഗാർഷ്ടുഷ്ണിക് സ്വരഹ ഋഷഭഃ. നമസ്തേ ആയുധായാനതദായ തിഷ്ണവേ ഉപാഭ്യാമുദതേ നമോ ബാഹുഭ്യാം തവ തന്വനേ മാനോ മഹാന്തമുദമാനോ അർഭകം മാന ഉഷന്തമുദ മാന ഉച്ഛിതം മാനോവധീത് പിതരം മോദമാതരം മാന പ്രിയാസ്തന്നോ രുദ്രരിജീഷഃ.
It says Rudra's ability to use his weapons is famous. That means in the case of radioactive material, it is using such waves or weapons which is very effective, and it will be harmful also. That is what it says in the next line. It says, you should not harm our people and even our pregnant woman and a child inside her womb. That we know certain substances are harmful to the child inside the lady, pregnant lady, especially these radioactive materials. So in this sutta, it is giving importance to such materials, that is radioactive materials. But at the same time, it says that Rudra's power in using such material is famous. That means that is helpful to us also. We can use it for treating certain diseases. It requires not to harm our baby, but at the same time, that pregnant woman or any other people. But at the same time, that weapons are helpful to us for treating certain diseases like cancer. So it is an important statement, and it is giving importance to such material, radioactive materials. In other suttas, it is related with the atomic spectrum of all atoms. All atoms possess its own atomic spectrum that is not harmful to us. Here in the sutta, it is, if it is used in certain areas, it will become harmful to us. That is why we are keeping both dangerous X-rays inside or radioactive materials inside or like that. We are keeping both in hospitals. Here X-ray is here we are using radioactive material like that. So such materials are harmful to most of the people, but at the same time we are using it to treat a certain diseases.